Come on. I think it's going.
It is.
I didn't see the thing that you are alive. I didn't see it, but the counter's going.
Well, let me make sure.
Yeah, but Henry is here.
No, counter's going.
Yeah, we're on. We're on.
I hit it.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Welcome to Scoop.
Zombies there.
Hello,
Come
everyone.
on. Oh, this thing.
Hello.
Yeah. And I've got the cereal in my.
Hello.
Hello, you all peoples. Yes.
Probably Count Chocolate cereal.
Mm-mm. Oh boy, oh boy. Yes, yes. Delicious stuff. Actually, it really is.
Good.
It
That's
is a
good.
very pleasant. It's not over chocolatey. It's not really sweet. I think they got it right. For a chocolate cereal. What was it? Cocoa Puffs. I had Cocoa Puffs once, and that was
Too chocolatey.
You're probably not going to take the suggestion, Doc, but my favorite chocolate cereal is actually Cocoa Pebbles. Now, I know you didn't like Fruity Pebbles, but Cocoa Pebbles is my favorite chocolate cereal.
Well, the thing is, Fruity Pebbles didn't taste like fruit at all.
No,
it just tasted like sugar.
Yeah, it's just sweet.
I never got any flavor out of it at all, just sugar. So
Yeah.
like, even I think it's Tricks. Like lemon yellow, orange, and raspberry.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
each
Tricks
color
never
has a
did.
flavor. And even Fruit Loops, somehow you can get a fruit flavor from it.
Yeah.
For Fruity Pebbles, I got none. Absolutely none.
Admittedly, it's been a long time since I've had it, but when I used to eat Cocoa Pebbles, my favorite chocolate cereal.
I've never had Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I had it a little
That might
bit.
be my
It's okay.
favorite cereal. That or Golden Grahams are my two favorite cereals. Probably. Golden Grahams is probably my favorite cereal.
I think I've had Golden Grahams, but once.
Yeah.
Even that was years ago.
I'm on a Raisin Bran kick just because I can have a box and I can stretch it to eat it all week. Don't have to buy any more till the end of the week. So, yeah.
They have this magic thing called rulers or measuring tapes. It's fantastic thing. You ought to
now there you need to look at Wood Girl and see what she does.
Oh, for sure.
Like Wood Girl does it. Yeah.
Or just look at Wood Girl.
Yeah.
Don't really have
Wood
to
Girl
know
wouldn't do anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Tim had a wonderful show the other night.
You enjoyed it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, the big question was, how long did it go for?
3.5 hours. It was hot, and I was gonna quit at midnight my time, and then about 11:45, Kimba showed up, so I had to go a little.
I had to keep going.
Yeah.
And you're sitting like, I'm dying, but Kimba's here. I gotta keep
Kimba's
going.
here. Yeah.
But it's a good show. You're even taking requests and stuff. Oh, Captain Crunch, forget that.
Captain Crunch was too loud.
Loud? No, it's
I didn't like loud. I didn't like loud cereal. Like grape nuts, felt like I was eating rocks.
Well, I can imagine, but Captain Crunch is like chewing on metal bits, so
you're
bleeding by the end of it.
Bleeding your gums.
You have to go to the emergency ward. Yeah, that's probably true. It's got actual fruit in it. It's got actual bran in it.
Raisins and bran. Yeah. And you can stretch a box for the whole week. So that's good.
Can you? Wow.
Yeah.
There's not really anything wrong with my computer. I was having trouble a month or two ago, but it fixed itself. My laptop's another story, but that just gets hot and it doesn't have enough memory. There's nothing I can do about it. It's get a new laptop, which isn't going to happen.
So in it now, it could just go.
Yeah, it gets, and I think it had 100 degrees here today, so it's warm again.
Yeah.
And I'm out there cutting the grass in this. I'm going like, oh, the poor guy's.
Yeah, I did yesterday, and it was 95 yesterday, and I was gonna do. I only do half the time, and I was gonna do the other half tonight, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna take my chances on tomorrow.
So you got a half and half grass patch there. You know, like.
Yeah, half of it's
Well,
mowed,
no,
half
I
of
do
it's
my
not.
front and my
That's what
back.
they do.
I do my front and then my back on another day.
So
Yeah.
nobody's gonna know.
No.
Because
Get
I'm
some on this
old.
done.
Hey, look at that! He hasn't cut grass
Look at
yet.
that. Yeah, down you better cut that grass. So they'll put a. Do they put a sign in your yard like they do here?
They leave notes on my yard, or sometimes
Yeah.
they even try to find me. But go
Yeah.
ahead, try to find me. You can't.
Yeah.
They don't have any authority to do it, actually. So they just threaten to find you, but they don't have any authority.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been
And
doing
my
the
grass
yard
has
here.
got high. It hasn't
Yeah.
been rainy. Now
That's really.
the
It has
weeds
been
in my
here.
grass, are pretty high, but the grass itself probably is only
The
2
ones with those
inches.
big,
I mean,
like thorns on the end that come out.
Right.
yeah, well, we get these tall weeds that grow. You get a rain, and they'll grow literally a foot overnight.
Mhm.
But nothing to mow them down. It's just
Yeah.
high.
Yeah. I don't have to mow it anymore because we have a young college kid who needs help with his rent. So my son said he can mow that when he'll take some money off his rent. So I said, hot damn, do it. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice.
So.
Yes, I
Kids
like.
around here, I would have somebody do it.
Mhm.
Kids around here charge an arm and a leg, and they do an awful job. So
Yeah.
I'll do it myself.
Mhm.
I like
Corn
corn pops,
pops.
but they got to be the American ones.
Yeah.
'Cause the American, yeah, the American ones are soft and they're like popcorn.
Yeah. I thought corn pops were kind of boring. I
Yeah,
wanted some cereal
and,
to.
and the Canadian ones are like little hard balls. So like, nah, not quite the same.
Mm-hmm. I used
Hang
to
on,
mix.
I've
I
got a
used to mix.
special person to come on here.
Here comes Brad.
Oh,
It's Brad. Hey, Brad. What's up?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Oh, not a whole lot.
yay! Beetle Brad's here. Yay!
Yay!
Did you know
Hello,
that
Beetle
Penny
Brad.
Hey,
Oh, I
Penny.
gotta get my sign out.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be upside down, but
It's Beetle Brad.
Beetle Brad right there.
He's over
look,
there.
got a very patriotic shirt on.
Down there.
I'm trying to adjust my volume here.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah. I am not a coffee person. No, sorry. Coffee doesn't go with cereal. No. Look,
How y'all doing?
Beetle Brad. Yes.
Hey, Penny. Pretty good. So far, so
Good
good.
to see everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what is with your shirt there? It looks very patriotic.
Yeah.
Just see.
Oh, I like it.
All I got for the 4th of July and 20 years ago was this T-shirt. Huh?
In Washington.
Hey, Mr. Beatlespro.
Hey, Beatlespro.
Come on up. I'd like to meet you.
Yeah, come on up.
Yeah. Haven't met you yet. At least not in, well, we can't call this real life.
He's a good guy. Yeah.
Yes, he is. Sometimes I wonder between you and Beatlespro, who has the bigger collection?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think there's a little bit of a.
I think Beetle Pro's kind of passed me up there. I think he may have more.
I don't know. He's got a pretty full looking room. No, I'm better than Stud Muffin. Just ask this guy down here. He knows.
Oh yeah.
Patriot Brad, yes.
Doc is the best. He is.
Well, being that Beatlespro is watching right now.
Oh.
What you got?
Yeah,
What is it?
I showed this the other day.
Okay.
We'll see who has one of these, right? One of these. Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ah.
You know, Brad does not have one yet.
Yet is the word, isn't it?
Yet is the word. He will be having one of these soon.
The complete Christmas, is it?
Pretty much, yeah. It's 30 tracks, 3 CDs. Got it for $229.
No, that's a good price.
We,
For
Pardon?
3 CDs, yeah.
my criticism with that is there's a single disc that has maybe 1 or 2 less tracks than that, and it's a single disc. It doesn't need to be on 3 discs. That's my criticism.
That's a lot of Christmas.
It's a lot of Christmas. I've listened to two of the out of the 3, and they work all fine. Missing the book because I did go on. Yeah, I went on eBay to see if I could find this, and yeah, it's there at a pretty big price. Actually, it goes for $30 and stuff.
I was gonna say the book's probably $42.
Yeah, but some of them show it like they open it and they show all the contents, and yeah, there's a book with it.
Because most of those, 10 songs of disc comps didn't have books because that was the whole idea. They were budget things when they came out.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
most of them didn't have books.
I'm kind of moving around here. I moved my camera, so I'm trying to figure out where I'm looking. So if I keep moving around, it's like, where's my camera? I can't see.
It's supposed to have a little red light on it. That's the one. But yeah, I'm wondering if Mr. Beatlespro has one of these.
I don't think he's into. Pretty much, he's not into
Beatles, so probably not.
I'm gonna say he doesn't.
I wonder if Steve Schnee has one because it's Christmas.
Well, the thing is, after I got this home, I talked to Brad about it.
Yeah.
And I said something about, or maybe he said something like what year it came out. And I think it was like 2017.
Wow.
So it hasn't been out very long.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. And it's got Canadian stuff all over it. So this looks like a Canadian.
So it's Canadian. I guessed it was Canadian. I didn't think
Canadian.
It was American.
That's a good
Canadian thing. So all you Americans out there likely don't have it.
No.
But Brad's gonna have one here. Just take it.
The Canadian disc.
Just grab it. Take it.
Thank you, Doc.
You're not grabbing for it. You're not getting the joke here. Come on. Yeah, there you go. Just grab it. Yeah, okay. But yeah. I'm teasing Brad. But yeah, I found this for $2.25. Like that's dumb. That's
wow.
dumb. Like, go look on eBay. You'll see this thing for like $20-$30. Crazy. Nuts.
Yeah, thank you. Well, that would be nice.
Beatlespro says I have 3 different Elvis, but not that one.
Yeah, I've got 2 or 3. And I don't have that one, but I'm sure I have all the tracks on it though. So
what's this? I'm funny, wholesome, and seems like a really nice guy. Oh, you don't know me very well.
Yeah,
and
really.
I give off a Robin Williams vibe.
we gotta do a suicide watch then.
No.
Yeah, that'll be neat. Yeah, definitely. Thank you for that, Doc. That'll be cool. I'll definitely be playing that.
Now, what's this mean? They're all the same?
What?
What does that mean? Like this is a 3.
They have all the same tracks, probably. It doesn't really matter, unless you're a huge Elvis collector. Like I just want the music for Elvis. I don't want every release he's ever had.
Yeah.
I think
Brad, I have all the tracks.
Yeah, had to keep that cookie jar.
Like from Paraguay and from Ghana and all that. You'll have a sticker on your from Canada soon. But yeah, this guy is a big Elvis fan. Yeah. We've never seen an Elvis room though.
No, I've got somewhat of an Elvis room, but not enough to be as big.
Yeah. That would be something. I don't think we've ever seen Elvis. Brad's Elvis. Now, don't you start on my cookie jar. Don't you start on my cookie jar. Hello, Dave, and pick up our.
Something new I picked up.
Ooh.
Oh wow!
Ooh, that's from the TV show. Yeah.
Yeah, it's from the TV show.
Let me see that. Dun, 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 dun.
I knew Doc would like this because of what it is. It's from the 50s. I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and
Early
you can
50s,
sing
like-
along with it. How nice.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it cool? Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
But so here we go. Here we go. This is this. But you ready for the best part?
Oh, wait a minute. I had an idea of what was coming. Okay, go.
I'm guessing if it's on RCA, no, it's not. It's a golden record, so it's going to be yellow. That's my
It's
guess.
on colored vinyl. Yeah.
Hey.
That's
Yeah.
golden yellow vinyl.
Woohoo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Does it play at
Tim, you were
78?
right.
Look at that.
Does it play at
Tim
78?
was
Most
right.
of them did.
Look at that.
And as I say, it's yellow on both sides.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, is it thick like those old Peter Pan records?
Yeah, it's real thick. I mean, look at that. It's like, oh.
We used to have those old Peter Pan. Those things were like plates. They were so thick. They were so thick. Oh, Christian saw two.
Is that a 6-inch record?
It's a 45. Yeah, it's a 45. Is that what you're asking, Tim?
Oh, it is a 45.
Yeah.
I asked if it was played at 45 and if it was 6 inches and not 7, because a lot of the golden records were 6 inches and not 7.
I haven't played it yet, so I'm not really sure.
Oh.
I just hope it doesn't wreck my needle. That's like the only thing.
It won't wreck your needle, but a lot of them were 78s.
Oh, were they?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the earlier
in
ones.
6 inches.
Mm-hmm.
But not all. I mean, but a lot of them.
Time to get the Victrola out.
Oh, well, yeah.
Everybody worries about a record ruining the needle. The needle's a diamond, and the record's a piece of plastic. You're not going to ruin your needle playing a piece of plastic.
And these are
Sorry.
the old paper ones.
Oh, the ones in the cereal box?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friend of mine gave me these.
Ooh.
So there's this one.
Pull slightly? What does that mean?
Hey.
That one.
Punch.
Yeah.
No, whatever.
Yeah, they gave them to me, so I thought, well, it'll be kind of fun. I'll show it on Doc's team.
Yeah.
That one. Come on, focus.
Mm.
There it is. Dixie.
There it is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How I love you.
Why, thank you, Doc, but we hardly know each other.
That's banned now. You can't even show that.
Oh, Henry thinks I'm the kind of guy whose favorite Beatles songs altogether now.
Oh, Musketeers. Yeah.
No. Oh, the
Altogether
Musketeers.
now.
Yes. Yeah, I like the Musketeers, and that was just starting to show. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Oh my God, it's Beatle Brad. Yeah.
Oh, the swing years. Yes.
That would come in the mail.
Just-
Those
I'm
were
not
sent in the
gonna-
mail. Those swing years things.
Oh,
Just like
yeah.
everybody got one to try to sell like a box set, a TV box
Of
set.
records. Yeah, I remember that. My grandmother got one.
Yeah, they would just send it in an envelope in the mail.
Well, maybe your favorite song will be Now and Then, now that the new Beatles song is going to be released this fall.
I'm not so sure. I don't have high
Not
hopes
unless
for
I die and I've been really bad.
Yeah.
it, dude.
I'll be interested to see what it comes out to be. It'll be really
Oh yeah.
very interesting.
I think the anticipation is almost too high.
I
Like what they did with
thought Real Love wasn't very good. I don't even want to.
Was that in anticipation or constipation, you said?
both.
I think Real Love is dirt. Now and Then is just such.
Oh yeah. Raw toast.
Well, thanks for watching my new video about the book.
Yeah. Oh yes, a lovely new book.
Yeah, looks good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And somebody gave it to him. Whoa.
Yeah, I didn't have much to say about it, but it's a nice, of course, nice book.
I would like to have shown more of it, but I didn't want to go on too long. So, plus Buddy was getting bored. You could tell, right?
Feed me.
Mm-hmm.
If you give me food, I will love you.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
I hope you're
So
just like the
Doc,
cartoon.
you want to see some bargoons? I've pulled some bargoons.
Yeah, let's see.
Yes,
Let's see.
Bargoon.
For
Yes.
the But
Tim's
yeah,
turn.
We're going to start with some
There you
videos.
go.
And this was my
Oh.
best bargain.
I'm gonna make you big too.
Oh, the
Whoa!
entire series.
Yeah, season 2.
Oh,
A buck
okay.
wow.
50. A buck 50 for that.
Oh
Wow.
man, I have 1 and 2. I need 3. Yeah.
I need one. This is the first
Yeah.
time I've ever seen it. I watched
Mhm.
the first 2, and it's the
Yeah.
first time I've ever seen it. And it's different than I thought it'd be.
Mhm.
But
Really?
That show
there
used
you
to scare
go.
the hell out of me when I
And
was a young kid. Yeah. On the the Fugitive Kind. Okay.
50 cents. These were all the DVDs are 50 cents at my thrift, or half off at my
Ooh,
thrift store.
great,
So
great.
Even the Night Gallery.
And get your
Night
boy
Gallery was a buck 50 because that was
with
$2.99.
Jerry Lewis and I think Giant Baba's in it
One of
too.
the few Jerry Lewis movies I haven't seen. I actually like Jerry Lewis.
Yeah.
I know most people don't. I picked this up just because it was 50 cents, and I probably should give it a view at some point. So
It's a good movie.
for 50 cents,
Okay.
you know.
Let's see.
And
One of
this
those
was actually
five-
$1, but it's still sealed.
Ooh, okay.
In
Urban
And
Wow.
Go.
black and
color.
white and color version. So,
Wow.
Wow.
for for a buck, I picked that up.
Yeah, why
But
not?
then I went to FYE, and they have this clearance bin where everything in it was $2.
Yeah.
You still have an FYE. All the ones around here are closed.
So you probably never heard of him, but he's kind of cool. Pokey Lafarge. He does music like he's from the 20s or early 30s. He's on
Hmm.
It
Third
looks
Man
Taco.
Records. Jack
Yeah.
White's label. He's on Jack
Yeah.
White's label. So I picked
Yeah,
up
okay.
Pokey
Mhm.
Lafarge. And of course, these are all new. They're all like brand
That's
new.
interesting. He's on Jack White's label, though.
Yeah. And this is Courtney Barnett, who did a really good set of EPs when she first started, and I like her. I haven't heard this one. So for $2, I picked this up. She has a song called Avant Gardener, which is really good. 2 CD set, the very best of Big Mabel. It's just on one of these import Not Now labels or something like that, but still for $2, 2
Yeah.
disc set of best of Big Mabel.
That's
Pick
nice.
that up. But
She's got a ton of stuff.
let me see.
You got a bunch of CDs, didn't you?
This is 2 CDs and a DVD. It's the 3-disc set. Jane Addiction's
Oh.
best album. This is like the 25th or 30th anniversary or something like that.
Wow.
It's in a nice
Wow.
box, and it's got a DVD and a whole bunch of bonus stuff and the album.
29
$2.
cents.
Mhm.
I couldn't pass
Wow,
it. Not
hey.
29 cents, but $2. I couldn't pass it
Wow.
up.
That was good.
Best of Sam and Dave. Rhino put
Ooh.
these out. There's a whole bunch of these, but this
Oh
is,
yeah.
Rhino did them all, and they're all 2-disc sets. Still sealed, $2.
Yeah, why are they in jail?
And they all look like that. And
Yeah.
Keith Richards' Main Offender album. This is the anniversary reissue that came out a couple of years ago, and remastered and all
Wow.
of that kind of stuff for $2. So yeah, that's my
Wow.
that's it.
Wow, you did really well
Mm.
on price-wise.
Yeah.
He left with a bag full.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really did.
Those are
Yeah.
my
But-
bargains. And they actually had, I'm so mad that I didn't get them, but they actually had the 2 concert series from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that are 2 Blu-rays each. They were in there for $2 too. But I'm so mad at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame these days that I left them there.
Wow.
Mhm.
I probably should have grabbed them for $2 a piece on Blu-ray, but I didn't. They're probably still
These
there.
are-
Nobody buys
these
that kind of
are
stuff.
Elton John.
By FYE, so.
Tune in on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might be there. Yeah.
Have we ever
did
seen
really well.
Have we ever seen Bohemian Rhapsody?
No, but I have that. I have that as well. I've seen the 10 or 15 minutes I saw on a break at work it was on one time. I was just like, how inaccurate is this film? If what I just saw was that inaccurate, and I only saw like 10 minutes of it, I was like, oh my God. But again, I picked it up for $1 somewhere along the line. I haven't. I
Yeah.
haven't watched it.
Hmm.
See, there you go. Pokey Lafarge is good. Yeah, he is. So's Courtney Barnett. She's Australian, by the way.
Never trust anyone who doesn't like the Beatles.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if you saw it, Doc, but Steve Schnee was asking for a link.
Oh,
Steve's ready to come up.
there we go.
Oh, okay.
Soon to have another famous star on this show.
Steve Schnee.
We can start doing. And now, right here on our stage is Steve Sneed.
Steve Schnee.
So soon to be on our big stool.
Yeah.
That was my Ed Sullivan.
Right after those 4 mop tops from Liverpool.
After we get the dancing bear off, Stephen Schneed will be coming out.
And then Topo Gigio.
Yeah, Topo Gigio.
Yeah.
You to kiss Eddie. Mwah.
Oh boy.
Please
kiss me goodnight. Oh my God.
My mother used to, hey, Topo Gigio's on.
I know. Yeah, I used to go bananas.
If they're going to have ballet people and all these other stuff, we went off all of a sudden, hey, Topo Gigio's on. Okay, we're back.
Okay.
Here come the Muppets, all right.
The Muppets.
Yeah. I think Tim Allen even played the Muppet song tonight.
No, the dog show was kind of boring, but here comes Topo Gigio.
I played Mana. It wasn't the Muppets, but.
Well, I think
that was close enough. They did Mana on Sullivan.
Yeah, I know they did it, but you know, it had until then it had nothing to do with the Muppets. It's actually from an Italian sort of softcore, you know, kind
it
of.
still was great.
Here's someone who knows all about the Muppets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hey, Steven, how are you doing?
Wearing my carpenter shirt.
Ooh.
Top of the morning to you, lad.
Top of the morning to you. Hey Tim.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, what's up?
Peter, Brad, and Jeff, and Doc.
Yeah.
Your camera and everything is looking good tonight.
What was that? Yeah.
Your
I see that.
Looking good.
Is the camera doing well and the sound, and I'm not glitchy?
So far, very
not breaking up or anything. You're right there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
You look wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Lick 'em.
Thank you.
Yeah. So far, so good. Yeah.
Yes.
It's good. Yeah. So tell us, Stephen Schnee, all about what you know about the Muppets.
What I know about the Muppets? Well, not a lot. Not more than anybody else here knows about the Muppets. You know, Jim Henson creation. I will tell you that I love the fact that the Muppets, apart from Kermit, Muppets were very distinctly different from the Sesame Street characters.
Yeah.
And Kermit was the only crossover. And but boy, did I love and the Kermit's debuted on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Yeah.
That was even before. That was even before the Sesame Street. And then they were on Saturday Night Live. He took them on Saturday Night Live as well. And that was before the Muppet Show. That was after Sesame Street. The only thing I did different is I think I plugged it into a different port on the back of my because I have an iMac, and on the iMac it has 4 URL ports. So I had moved it from one to another, and it seemed to work on the second one for a while, and then I couldn't get it working. I did what Dusty had suggested, and I also switched ports. So it could be the rebooting of things, or it could be switching ports. But whatever, I'm glad. I went on last night for about an hour, maybe, and played some 80s music. Tim, you were there, right?
I caught half of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it did. I think that looked okay as well, right? No glitching and stuff.
A little bit too.
Yeah, so I was happy about that. But go ahead.
We're just talking about the Ed Sullivan Show and the Muppets and how the tie-in with all of that. So it was just kind of fun of Ed. I liked it when the Doors were on there, and all the controversy with all of that. That was such a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
When
And
Ed
of course-
said, "You'll
Of course,
never
let's
win."
spend some time together.
Yeah, yeah,
Let's spend some time together by the Stones.
yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe that the Stones capitulated. I mean, it
Yeah, I
had
know.
to have been Andrew Moog Oldham made them. There's no way
Exactly.
they said, "Oh yeah, we'll do that." I'm sure that they got talked to by Andrew and said, "You guys are going to
Yeah.
do this."
Oh yeah.
You know.
I remember when the show was on. Being a kid, I mean, I have no room. Like, what year did it end? 72 or something like that.
I think 71 or 70, something like that.
Okay, because I
Mhm.
remember it existing, but
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't until a couple of years after that that I really understood what it was. I understood the whole Beatle thing,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't anything obviously that I watched. One of my favorite Ed Sullivan performances is a little known one. It's by a gentleman by the name of Dick Jensen, and he was a Hawaiian singer. And he looks more like a Engelbert Humperdinck type guy.
Oh wow.
Imagine Engelbert Humperdinck Hawaiian.
Yeah.
And he gets up there, and I highly recommend everybody check it out. Dick Jensen, Jensen. He did this like 7-minute medley, and he's got all the James Brown moves. People say, "Oh, this is the first time anybody moonwalked on TV." James Brown probably moonwalked many years before that. They just weren't calling it moonwalk, and they didn't recognize it like they did when Michael Jackson did it.
Yeah.
But it's really absolutely a fantastic performance.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's very geared towards the 60s a Vegas type act, but it's really fun. I think he might even in this medley. I think he might even do Yesterday, or something like that. But it's just absolutely fantastic, and he's just got the greatest moves. He's got a wonderful voice, and highly recommended. Ed Sullivan, but of course we all know a lot of the rock things. One of the channels that I have is for a Pluto TV, I think, and they have a Ed Sullivan channel where it's just all Ed Sullivan all day long.
Right. And actually, back then, Ed Sullivan was more of a family show, and then you had the Radical Smothers Brothers
Absolutely,
on the other channel.
Yeah.
And they had like the Jefferson Airplane and the Doors and a bunch of the Who and a bunch of stuff like that.
Yeah, I love watching Sullivan, but like on my podcast, I've done tributes to like Shindig and Hullabaloo and the Tammy Show, and I've never done Sullivan because compared to all of them, his guests were fairly mundane. So I could never, I put together a set list and I'm like, this is kind of boring. I'm just playing hits. He was important, but I can't, I don't know, I can't work up the enthusiasm I could for like Shindig or Blue or something like that.
Yeah.
Tammy's there.
Well, they did, acts for all members of the family. They had kids, and they had the baby elephants, and the dogs, and the guy that spin the plates, and
Topo Gigio.
Yeah, Topo Gigio, and some guy spinning opera.
Yeah, but I have a short film clip of the Doors on Ed Sullivan. If you're ready.
Oh, okay, let's go.
That's my new favorite. That's my new favorite.
That's a good one.
I think that.
And they said rock and roll wouldn't last.
I know.
Yeah.
I think Tim was going to say, and I think Tim held back a little bit on this when he was saying, "Yeah, I put together this show, Ed Sullivan," but it sounded too much like Ski Lodge.
No, this was even before you were doing Ski Lodge live. This was a couple of years ago, and
Tommy Jones,
If you get bored by your own show, and I'm bored by playing, nothing but hits. I don't do that. that's what it was.
Hey,
Because when I
Kimba.
did the other shows, I would try to do the actual songs that the artist played, and that's a little more
Hey, Robert.
exciting than.
Hello, Robert Scooter.
Well, you see, Tim, I think the strange thing about creating whatever we create, whether it's a radio show or
Silliness.
videos or whatever,
Eating Crunch or something.
it's you're dealing with a lot of the audience. That's all they want. They want the hits. They want
Yeah.
channels that talk about the Beatles, that talk about Miles Davis, that talk about Steely Dan, that talk about the popular artists, and then you get the people out, and then you get the people who genuinely want to hear or hear music by, or you talk about something different than those artists, and those are few and far between. Then you get people kind of in the middle who say, I'm tired of the Beatles, I'm tired of Miles Davis, I'm tired of Steely Dan, I want to hear about something new. And then you get up there and you say, well, here's Ian McNabb, or here's whatever, and they go, I've never heard of this guy.
Yeah,
So
but it's like a lot of channels. You don't see a Slim Whitman's channel.
Yeah, but I mean the thing is so in my opinion, you got three people: the people who want only the hits per se. This is the same thing about radio. You want the hits, you want the people obscure, or you got the people in the middle who say they want something new, but they won't accept it because it's something new.
Yeah. That's about it. Which is why I always play a couple of hits on every show. Just try to keep the people interested and to keep them around. Maybe he'll play another one.
You're teasing your audience.
Won't, but maybe he will. So.
But I think talking about hit artists, big artists, is always great, or playing them on your radio show. But I think that the charm of your show is the fact that you could hear the hit, and go, okay, this is what I like. Let's say, for example, Mana Mana, the original version you play. I love that version to death. But then you follow that up with, let's say the Bugaloos, or you follow it up with Nina Simone, right? And then that keeps the person there going, well, okay, yeah, this is different. I like this. And then you follow it up with the Monkees, a B-side. Yeah, okay. And it always keeps it interesting. And that's, I think, even when you were just showing the stuff just now, Keith Richards and Jane's Addiction, and I'm trying to remember who else you showed. Sam and Dave. Those aren't going to appeal to the same people, but it's awesome because A, they're deals, and B, that might make people. It might make people go, oh wow, I should check that out.
Yeah.
This is pretty obscure.
Yep, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is obscure.
Is that the Jack Marshall stuff?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Where'd you get that?
Oh, I got it from some nice person who's sitting right below me.
Oh, good. You do have much to go home. Awesome. Yeah. I love in soundtracks. They don't always do this, but the good composers, in my opinion, I love the fact that they incorporate the main theme, and it weaves in and out of all the music. Sometimes it's very, very, very subtle. But and I noticed
or something, like if something's like going really sad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, you don't need to, Mr. Beatlespro. You don't want to search out new music because there is no good new music.
There is.
That's not true.
There is, Doc. There is.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Midnight Callers. Excuse me.
Oh well.
Wilkerson.
Yeah, there you
the
go.
lemon
I haven't
sherbets,
got
Lanny
Midnight
Flowers.
Cowers yet.
I was going to ask you if you got your
Yeah.
CD yet. You still haven't got it?
Whatever happened to Amazon Prime delivery in 2 days?
Wow. I think the mail carrier took it.
Hello.
I think the mail person's taking it.
Yeah, the mail
Yeah. Oh, this
person's
is good. Yeah.
is a Midnight
Yeah.
Callers fan now. And
Yeah.
I ordered
Yeah.
mine back in the middle of June as a pre-order, and it came out last week. So like this
2
week's
weeks ago.
almost over, and I have not seen hide nor hair of it on my mailbox. I'm like, what the?
Has it been shipped?
I don't know. How dare I say that?
Well, I understand where Doc's coming from because you know, back in the day, you know, I mean, my collection's full of stuff that a lot of people have not heard before, you know, and if I wasn't lucky enough, I wouldn't have heard it either. And I'm sure everybody up here, you know, our collections are full of stuff that nobody's heard of. But we search things out, you know, the more adventurous type person, and we discover that by going to other people's channels. For example, and this is not self-promotion, but you go to my channel, my latest video is Lloyd Cole and Lloyd Cole and the Commotions. And I go through his entire catalog, and in there is a 6-minute medley. And if you listen to that, you know, you might discover like, well, gee, oh, that Lloyd Cole and the Commotion stuff sounds really good, or that later stuff sounds really good. And that's, you know, the reason I put on videos, and there are other people like Rob Skewer, you know, Robert S. and other channels will put stuff on because we love the stuff so much and we want to introduce people. And I know Beatle Brad might hop on there and go, Lloyd Cole, Brad, I'm not saying you do this. I'm using you as an example. You might go up there and go, Lloyd Cole, who's that? And then just skip my video. Right. I know that you don't do that because you comment on things. But if I didn't believe in it or care about it, I wouldn't make a video about it. And will 20 people watch it, or will 150 people watch it, or more than that? To me, if I introduce somebody to a new artist, that's entirely the goal of my channel. Tim plays a lot of crazy, weird, odd stuff on his podcast, and when I say that with affection because you know, Tim's going to play a lot of stuff that I've never heard because I never followed maybe the psych scene, or I didn't know about a local punk scene. You know, he's played some punk stuff on his show, singles that I'd never heard of, but that's the kind of stuff that I wish I had heard when it was coming out. Yeah. You know, and it's too late for me to track it down because I'm still a CD guy, and some of the stuff he plays are not available on CD. But the search for the new music is there are a lot of really wonderful artists out there, Mr. Beatlespro and Doc Dacus.
Can I just say, new music doesn't even have to be new music. New music can just be new music to you. It doesn't have to be new music. To me, new music is music that you just don't know. That's new music.
Exactly.
Like, I watched the Lloyd Cole video, and I didn't know Lloyd Cole. Okay, now I know. That's new music to me. It doesn't matter if it's new or not. I think music is timeless. It doesn't matter if it's new. It only matters that I didn't know it and now I do. So it's new music.
To me, new music is Burl Ives.
I like the fact that Joe bought the Burl Ives stuff because as I think I typed in maybe a comment or maybe during one of his live streams or maybe here when you guys were mentioning Burl Ives, something that we're all familiar with Burl Ives because of Silver and Gold, you know, or Have a Holly Jolly, you know, stuff like that.
Hey, the new Burl Ives is right below me.
Yeah. So
I know. Yeah, I was jamming here.
That was pretty good.
So this is it's very comforting. It's very comforting because we grew up with that, and then when you hear that voice singing sailors for trailers, trailers for sale or rent, and then you go like, oh wow, that's that warm, familiar grandfather that I grew up listening to, and he's singing this song. And then you're hearing these songs by Burl Ives, and it's feeling like you've heard them for years because you've heard that voice for years. And and that's the magic of someone like Burl Ives. Now, will I listen to Burl Ives every damn night of my life? More than likely not. Andy Williams, I will. Andy Williams, I will. But I wonder where Tim went.
Tim's gone to run to get something, I bet.
We've lost Tim, yeah.
I don't think we lost him. He's just run to get something amazing he's going to show us.
But you're so right. You do pick up music that you say, well, it might be new to me. Like listening to somebody else, like the Doors or the Carpenters or something like that. And you haven't listened to it in a long time. It ends up being kind of new music. I mean, yes, there's a lot of good new stuff out there. But you kind of stick with what you know too.
Yeah.
What does he say?
The thing about music is some people are going to be more open-minded than others. Some people follow a certain path. It's like I'm going to use Beatles for example. Beatles, Monkees, Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin. Oh, here comes Sex Pistols. No, go away. Oh, here comes Michael Bolton. Go away. And they're following a certain path, and that's perfectly wonderful to them because it's comforting to them. It's easier for them to do so. But then you get I love to be open-minded about stuff, and I love to listen to that stuff that's down the straight and narrow. There's nothing wrong with following the straight and narrow, but I love to go, what's happening over there? What's happening over there? What's happening up there? What's happening down there? And I've always been that way ever since when I stayed up to watch Queen, and then I saw, this is February, March 1978, and then I saw Kate Bush, and I saw The Clash, and I saw The Jam, and bingo, my brain just exploded, and I've been trying to find that magic, searching for the lost chord over and over again, and that's what's led me in so many musical different directions. I'm not sophisticated. I'm kind of just a pop kid. I want a hook, and that's it. Anyway, did you bring something, Tim, to show?
Yeah, I wanted to show you guys one of the best finds I ever got. I paid $5 for this.
Oh, boy.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, my gosh.
This is put out by the Bear family in Germany.
Oh, my gosh.
It's a 5 CD set. I found $5 at my thrift store a few years ago now.
29 cents.
I would love that. Yeah.
It's quite cool. Again, $5 is a lot for that thrift store. Usually
hard to pass up, that's for sure.
Got a nice book, but I mean, I looked it up on eBay when I got home. Lord knows these days, but when I got home, there was only 2 for sale on eBay. They went for between $150 and $200, and they were both in Germany.
Really?
Amazing.
I'm like, I got a bargain. 5 CDs. I like how they did it too. 1 in the back and then 4 in the front.
Yeah,
that's nice.
And with Bear Family, it's an incredible label. I mean,
I know, and that's why I picked it up. I saw it was on Bear Family, and I'm like, there you go, just in case you don't,
Yeah,
looks like it's in great shape too, though.
Yeah, the box has one little tear right there, but other than that, it's in really nice shape.
Yeah, I mean, my UPS driver could do that, so it's a
that's one of the 5. Yeah. That's one of the best finds I've ever had. Anyway,
that's
what I want to get.
That's incredible.
That's great. That's great. Hey, yeah. Speaking of bargains, real good friend of mine, his birthday's coming up, and I just came back from a big estate sale from a cousin who passed away, and so I got this from my bargain. Is this one? He's really big into Dolly Parton, And actually, this was still in the original shrink wrap and everything, and the person that I was with took it out of the shrink wrap. But I got this for free, basically.
What?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's got the booklet, and like I said, the records. Well, like I said, they took it out. I mean, I was about to kill them because they took it out of the wrap. But look at that. The records are just in stone mint condition.
Wow.
Pretty.
Those things are always in nice shape because they were such a pain in the butt to play that nobody ever
Mhm.
played them. They bought
Yeah.
them and maybe played it once and then they put it away because it was a pain in the butt.
So, but
and
yeah,
you pick
just
those
real
things
quick.
up, they're cheap and they're great. People don't.
But
They
yeah, a
have
friend
no
of mine's
clue be-
really
Yeah,
big into Dolly
great.
Parton, so I'd be nice because it's a it's a box set basically. As you guys
Mhm.
know,
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
And it's Reader's
Seven records.
Digest, but it was pressed at RCA from RCA Masters. They're good
Mhm.
sounding
Yeah.
records.
Yeah. So I figured it's hard to pass up on free, for that.
Mhm.
I have a
But,
couple of the Reader's Digest CD boxes, but not that
They
one.
did a bunch of Elvis ones. I mean, those were pretty cheesy.
There's
The Elvis
tons
ones.
of them,
Mhm.
and they worked with other people too. There's some on Capitol. I've got a couple by
Yeah.
Sinatra. I've got a couple by
Yeah.
Nat King Cole.
Paul!
My
Oh my
God.
goodness!
Whoa.
Look,
I
it's
don't
some
know about
stranger who just bust his way
It
in.
comes in.
Yes,
My-
I came in butt first.
Mhm.
My buddy, my pal. Gosh, long time no see. Good to see you, Paul.
You too, BB. How's everybody
Yeah,
doing?
definitely.
Yeah.
I just realized I got something really cool to show you.
Okay.
Oh, good.
What am I
Yeah.
getting?
I finished it today. Hang on.
Oh,
I got to
yeah.
prepare for this. Hang on.
Can't be cooler than Burl Ives.
No.
Are you going to do jumping jacks or something?
Whoa!
Oh,
Look at this.
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, it's a jigsaw puzzle. And it's 100 Beatles songs illustrated.
Yeah.
Have you seen them all?
Yeah, how is that holding together, Paul?
I just put packing tape on the back.
Oh,
Yeah, I flipped it over. I managed to be able to get it flipped over, and I just taped it with packing tape, just strips of packing tape.
Well, that's
fantastic.
really nice.
Good.
So I'm gonna hang it on my wall above my my computer monitor here. So I thought I'd show you. It's really, yeah, it's 3,000 pieces.
Wow.
There it is, and you can buy a poster of it. But I said to myself, self, there's no fun in that. So
Yeah.
I bought a puzzle instead, and there's the list of songs. So you can search the puzzle, and there's the list of the 100 songs that are illustrated in it.
Wow.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
How long did it
Is-
take you
is-
to make that? Finish
Oh,
that?
on and off. I bet I worked on it for probably a year or so. And it's been sitting, it's sat on my under our bed for a long time. Once it was finished, and then it sat on the dining room table, and I got ordered to get it off there.
Wow. Wow. I hope your wife didn't hide one of the pieces just to drive you
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
Story here I'm
Put
gonna
it
share
somewhere.
with you. But then it sat on my Corvette for the last half a year.
Yeah. Wow.
So I thought today I'd get out the old tape and tape together. I'm going to take it down to Michael's. It's an art store. I'm going to get them to frame it and all that. Anyway, the missing piece, I got it done, and sure enough, there was a piece missing.
Oh my gosh.
Right? So it was actually 2,999 pieces. So I was kind of, miffed. So I ordered another one from Amazon. I got it in because I figured, well, I could just search through and find the piece, right? Well, it was cut differently.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
oh,
So
That's really puzzling for that.
yeah,
oh,
Oh.
oh,
Yeah.
Sorry, I know you're going to pieces on that one.
so then
No.
I took a picture of the box art, and I
Yeah.
focused on the piece that I was missing, and I blew it up and I resized it and adjusted the colors. And I got it just right, and I was going to cut it out and make my own piece, right? Because there's no way I'm giving up on this.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, I pulled out this CD one day. It's a Marillion CD. Steve, you might know
Yes.
about Marillion.
Yeah, of
this
course.
this is a CD they did in 2001, Arachnophobia, and the story that I sent them money to record this album, okay, because they were doing a fan-funded thing. So
Yeah.
I sent them like $30-40 or something.
One of the earliest examples of that, I think.
Yeah. It's 2001, and my name's in it. It's got my name in it, which is pretty cool. Anyway, I was showing this to my brother-in-law while we were building the puzzle. So about 6 months later, I open up the box. I open this up, open it up, and the piece fell out.
Oh,
Amazing.
wow.
So the piece is back in there. It was actually John Lennon's hand. One of John Lennon's hands was missing, and I found it in this. So I guess when I was showing my brother-in-law, somehow the piece had worked its way in here, and there it is.
Wouldn't it be annoying if they didn't make the announcement, but they had left that piece out because it was the piece that represented the song "Why Don't We Do It in the Road"? And they go, "No, we got to censor this."
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, so that's the story behind.
That's
the puzzle.
great. Nicely done.
Great job.
Just make sure the other puzzle you don't send it to Doc because he's still waiting on a CD, so he'll never get it. So
I'm
don't
gonna
send him a puzzle.
I'm gonna send him a Gur puzzle.
I've got the Amazon Prime 2-day shipping, which is
So that's the other side of the story. I bought this puzzle thinking my wife and I could work on it, and she informs me once the thing arrives, I hate puzzles. I never work on puzzles.
that's not beer.
Well,
Well,
after 20 years of marriage, I find this out, right? So anyway, that's
Yep.
fine.
I hate
Speaking-
puzzles.
Speaking of which, I love Marillion.
Oh, they're fantastic.
My favorite Marillion album is "Misplaced Childhood" by far. It's just one of the greatest albums of the '80s, in my opinion.
It's
I
not
love-
my favorite, but it's outstanding. There's no question.
I love Hogarth's voice. Hogarth.
Yeah.
For anybody who doesn't know, I think Fish was the first 4 albums.
Yeah.
Derek, and then
Derek Dick is his real name. Derek Dick.
Yeah.
is his real name.
yeah, and then Steve Hogarth took over. I love Hogarth's voice, but I got behind in the post EMI capital or the post EMI stuff.
Yeah.
So things like Arachnophobia, and basically every album they released after the EMI stuff, I still have to get in my collection because I got so far behind that by the time I look back, I go, oh my God, this stuff's too. These deluxe editions or limited edition versions are too expensive, and then all the stuff that came out since. So I still have to buy a bunch of stuff, but I do have
I'm undecided as to what my favorite is. I keep going back and forth between Clutching at Straws, which that was Fish's last album.
Yeah.
Brave and This Strange Machine. Those 3 albums just blow me away. They just blow me away.
It's weird about Clutching at Straws because I remember. Because I got into them, unfortunately, late. I got into them with Misplaced Childhood.
Yeah.
So I went back.
That's not that late, really. That's just a couple of years in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went back and got Script for Jester's Tear.
Yeah.
And what's the second album with Assassin and Jigsaw?
Second one is oh shoot. Anyway, I can dig it up.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of this group you're talking about. I've never heard of them. Use the ignorance, but I have no clue.
They had one hit. They had a hit.
Yeah, Kaylee was a hit over here. Marillion are kind of a British. They started in the '80s, a British prog band.
Fugazi.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Fugazi. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. There you go. They're a British prog band, and the best way I guess to describe them is, I mean, most people say they sound like a then modern, an '80s Genesis with Peter Gabriel as opposed to Genesis with Phil Collins. But then when you get to like Kaylee, that kind of sounds almost like a Phil Collins era thing, but they are very unique. But
they have their own genre, in my opinion. And they have a very interesting workflow. What they do is when they're not together, they just record these little segments. And if anybody's written a song, as I have, things just kind of come to you in pieces sometimes. And they put these things up in the cloud, and then they just, when they get together, they pull these things down and they start splicing it all together. It's quite an interesting way of making music. And it seems to work for them. They come up with so many of their pieces are like these epic soundscapes that you get into. And it's really incredible music. They I don't know, Steve, they must have 30 albums out by now.
Wow.
They're just amazing.
Something, I mean, at least 20.
Yeah.
You know, I'm referring to just studio. But there's a ton of stuff. But what I was saying though about Clutching at Straws is I got into them with Misplaced Childhood. Listened to that album to death. So when Clutching at Straws came out, I was very disappointed in it because
it's very different.
It's a very different album. But it's an album that when you go back and you talk to Marillion fans, they choose that one probably as their favorite Fish era album.
It's got a real depth of feeling to it, messaging. Like it's a really soul revealing album. Fish, for those who don't know, Fish did the lyrics. He was the lyricist and lead singer. And he was really getting into some real deep soul searching stuff at that point. And the album reflects that. It's really great stuff.
But my favorite Marillion song is probably Easter. Which is a
I love
era.
Easter. Are you kidding me? I want to play it in my church.
The thing that I noticed about Easter is when they perform it live, when I've heard live versions of it, they usually skip out the ending part. That dude, what would you say? Like how it goes. It just keeps repeating itself. Towards the fade, and that's like my favorite part of the song. That's kind of like the na 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 Hey Jude part to me. It's just like imagine hearing Hey Jude without the na na nas. But it's still a brilliant song before that.
During that whole outro part, they're chanting, what is it? Give love, feel love, be love, or something. They just keep chanting those three lines over and over again. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful song.
Absolutely.
And that's Hogarth. That's his sort of Celtic poetry that he's bringing into it.
And Hogarth had Fish had a great voice. No denying that whatsoever. I think Hogarth has a more emotional voice, and for anybody paying attention, I think the first Marillion album had a different drummer, but every album since Fugazi, it's been the same lineup. Fish was the singer on the first four albums, but Hogarth left, and the band and what that was 87. Around there?
89, I think. Oh, no, 89 was Holidays.
Holidays in Eden, or
what was the one that first? Yeah, you're right. 87 was and then they did a live album after that.
Yeah.
Called The Thieving Magpie. And I think that was the last Fish album, the live album.
But the instrumentalists have been the same since Fugazi, all the way up to now. So right there, that's 40 years.
Mark Kelly's the keyboardist, and the guy's a genius. He's just a musical genius. It's amazing the stuff he comes up with. Yeah, no, they're great. If you've not heard them, guys, I would say any of their albums, but you might, I don't know, Steve, what would you? I would say maybe start with Brave. I think Brave gives you the broadest sort of swath of their styles.
I think Doc needs to be showing it on his channel next. So Doc, you better be
Well,
looking.
Steven Wilson has remixed and remastered Brave. I haven't heard that. I want to get it, but it's bloody expensive. But I'd love to hear it because it's amazing stuff. It really is. Anyway,
I think for an entry point for it, like if people want to hear Marillion during the hit years, and when I say hit years, I'm saying major label years, which would be EMI, and this would include both Fish and Hogarth eras. I still think the best gateway album, and it's probably going to be a mix of mine and Paul's favorite, best gateway albums would be Misplaced Childhood and Clutching at Straws. Because if you dive in there, then you're going to love the instrumentation of what came next, and you're going to listen to how the band evolved. Because they don't sound anything like they used to, with Hogarth, but they also don't sound that radically different. They just evolve.
So there's not a greatest one, then, is there?
No,
what was that?
Really do greatest hits.
So there's not a greatest hits package or anything like that.
There are a couple. I think there might even be a two CD best of as well. But very, very unique band.
I would say Clutching at Straws would be. I don't know if that would be the first one I recommend because it's not an uplifting album. It's a very deep, thoughtful kind of album, and I don't know if that would be the first one I would turn people to. But it depends on your mood too, right? But
Misplaced Childhood would be my recommendation. You said Brave would be yours?
I would say Brave, just because it gives you the most diverse selection of material. Like they do some really heavy orchestral stuff on that. They do some real balls to the wall rockers on that. Yeah, it's got a very broad spectrum of genres on it.
Yeah.
Misplaced Childhood is a concept album. I mean, other albums are kind of, but Misplaced Childhood is one where everything's linked together.
Yeah, most of their albums are like that. There's a theme.
Yeah.
There's definitely a theme.
Anyway,
And
Doc,
for
I'm
those of
sorry.
you who haven't heard Marillion, we have a small clip of it.
Amazing. Amazing.
But
The only guy I've ever
for all you people who haven't heard Marillion before,
Yeah.
The only guy I've ever heard talk about is that the English guy that was a vinyl album review fellow that does all sorts of things. He's the only guy that I've ever heard talk about Marillion on
Wow.
I keep wanting to do a video just on Misplaced Childhood.
Oh, you should.
But,
It's the stuff is like their whole catalog is just it's if you want something unique and good music for intelligent music and music that brings emotion, you want to get into them. They're fantastic.
And also, me being a pop kid, and I always refer to myself a pop kid, it just means I love hooks.
Yeah.
And Marillion has wonderful hooks, but the hooks sometimes aren't the da 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 da. You know, sometimes they're ones that it's a hook that sort of stretched out a little bit, and then all of a sudden you start paying. Yeah, exactly.
I would say if you're going to describe their music, it's a alchemy of traditional folk, rock, and classical, and they capture all three of those genres and have really come up with their own thing. That's how I would describe it. Really,
yeah,
stuff. Anyway,
Interesting.
they're among my favorite band, my top five. They're in my top five.
Wow.
right
Maybe-
after the Partridge Family, of course.
Yeah.
We mustn't forget
Yes.
the Partridge Family.
Well, they're number 6.
I put my album's too far away to grab.
Mm.
Ever since I moved, I don't have, everything's in boxes or completely out of order.
My Partridge is all on digital, so I can't show it.
Oh, just put your phone up. You got the whole app.
It's not on my phone. It's on my iTunes.
We've got
So
the
what
Partridge Family app here.
What does Doc think of Sound Machine or Sound Magazine?
Oh, I like the sign.
My favorite Partridge Family song is on that, and that's "One Night Stand."
Yeah.
That's my favorite Partridge Family song.
Oh, wow.
Is it within fighting?
Now we're losing everybody.
Yeah, we're all running. Yeah.
Hey, Jeff, how are you
Yeah,
doing?
there you go.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
My
lost
favorite Partridge Family song is on here too, but it's Summer Days.
Oh, okay.
I love Summer Days.
Oh, there you go.
See? No phony one here. See, I got the real thing. There it is. Yes.
Not a bootleg.
See, the crazy thing about those Partridge Families is that we were getting them when they were new. I mean,
Mine's on
my brother and I weren't buying them. We were getting them for Christmas presents or birthday presents or something. But yeah, we were massively into the Partridge Family. And if everybody remembers, Partridge Family, the lead-in show was Brady Bunch. So I remember seeing the commercials, coming out, this January, it's the Partridge Family starring Shirley Jones. And so they'd have commercials, and we were going, oh my God, it's a music show.
Yeah.
And that's how we got into the Partridge Family.
That's right. It was a
Friday night
debut.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
that.
Friday nights at 7 o'clock because prime time was 7 o'clock back then, not 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And the Partridge Family was on at 7:30.
I got their first album
Bunch was
for
on at 7.
I got their first album for Christmas in Christmas 1970.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was one of
First album,
Wow.
first adult album I ever owned. I got it from her birthday or something. I don't remember, but I still have it. It's the copy I still own, and it's the very
Happy
first
birthday.
album I ever owned. Adult album, it wasn't the Bear Goes Over the Mountain or something like that,
Yeah.
Very proud owner.
Yeah. It's
I was cursing Santa. Like, what did you bring me this for? I wanted a Hot Wheel.
No, I wanted it. I still like that album. I think it's good music.
Yeah. It's
Right.
very popular.
Paul, when did it come on TV in Canada?
Well, same time, January 70, I think.
Oh, did it? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I thought it might have been different. Shirley Jones.
No,
Well, we just got it on the American network.
Yeah.
Of course,
By the
it's a
time the
reissue.
show
Yes,
debuted, I Think I Love You had already been a #1 record,
Yeah.
which is amazing.
Really?
Before the show even debuted, they had a #1 record.
They probably followed. They probably followed the Monkees formula, where Last Train to Clarksville was actually put out, I think, before the show went on the air. So they already had that buzz.
Yeah.
There was a lot of hype before the show actually debuted.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hype.
Oh
around.
yeah,
They were
no,
really
there was tons, and I'm sure some money changed hands and all that kind of stuff, and but yeah, they had a #1 record.
Make sure
So-
you get a bunch of kids that aren't going to try to take over the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh no, they're all going to take over the show.
Yeah, right now, Brad covered up his camera so he could take a big bite out of a Subway sandwich.
Probably. Yeah.
You-
I want writing.
Oh, not him.
That's Doc's kindergarten picture.
Yeah.
Ouch.
He didn't have a
Fireworks
beard
thing
back
was
then.
the other name.
Didn't have a beard then, yeah.
Yeah, no beard. He's a little hard
No
to
beard.
recognize.
Yeah.
I know.
Better
How
late
was the
than
Subway
never.
sandwich? Oh, there you go. All right on.
Yeah, better late than never.
There it is.
Hey, there you go.
That was the third one, right? The third album.
Look how tiny
yeah,
they
it's the
put
third
the
album,
Bell
yes.
logo on here. It's almost non-existent.
I only ever had the first one. I never got any after that.
Well, it's the right.
Oh,
it's
by
the
the
right.
way, it's a Bell.
The first three are definitely the best. So you
Yeah.
got the Partridge Family album,
Yeah.
Up to Date, and Sound Magazine.
Yeah.
I mean, Shopping Bag was okay. I mean, but I think the thing that people remember most is the shopping bag.
Yeah.
The Christmas album's good too if you like Christmas albums. The
True.
Christmas album.
Oh, of course I like Christmas albums. Oh, yeah, there you go. I got that one, Doc.
2 on 1. Gotta like that.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Woohoo.
Is that a double CD or a single?
Single disc.
But
Mm.
Two albums on
the
one.
two
Mm-hmm.
The two main guys left, I think, to go do other things, and that's when the album started. Tony Romeo and I forget who the other one is, but they left, I
Right.
think, after like the third or the Christmas album or something, and then the album started going downhill after that. They didn't have the songwriting wasn't as good, and the production wasn't as good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there you go, shopping bag.
But,
Yes,
but, the
yeah.
best, but the best part is it actually comes with the shopping bag.
Good one.
That's awesome.
I bet you get
So, okay,
Robert
guys.
to reproduce it.
And no, it's not for sale. No.
Okay, it's yours.
Put it with your
I'm out of
cookie
here.
jar.
Okay.
I'm out of here.
See you, Steve.
Yeah,
Enjoy
it's
your
time for me to
weekend.
make. It's time for me to make.
You can't
Do
go.
that.
Turkey
No,
tacos.
no,
Do
no,
that
no,
video,
no,
Steve,
no.
on Misplaced Childhood. I'd love to see it.
Oh yeah, I will.
Yeah.
But you did watch Dick Jensen? I mean, just a little bit of it.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah,
He was
but
moonwalking.
he's a great performer. Just great performer.
No, he was,
But
yeah,
I think he put out an album on. He was one of the first albums on the Philly International Records label. So it's a wonderful album. Very very blue-eyed soul type stuff. But then he got caught into drugs and stuff, and then his career just went downhill. So he has very little out there in terms of recorded output. But an artist I think everybody should check out. But Paul and Brad and Tim and Jeff and Sir Doc, have a great evening, and we will see y'all later. Good night.
Good to see you.
Good night.
See you Tuesday.
Take care, Stephen.
Yes, Steven.
Yes.
Stephen has left the building.
And
I
then
was
there were
shooting
5.
Wow.
Da-da-da. Da-da-da.
I don't know what record label this is on because I can't read it.
Is that an import? Or is it a...
I'll be back. Gotta go get something here.
Okay.
I can listen to the toilet flushing.
Is that one from Russia or from...
These
know.
glasses are not made for reading fine.
Right.
So I don't know where this is from. It might be from Lithuania. I don't know.
Is it
Lithuania
on
or
the CD itself? The label?
On the Philippines or...
If you can figure that out, you win, Tim.
They probably
No,
pasted a label on there.
Well, not only that, it's
Yeah.
upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got one, so enjoy it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It might not be 100%
And you can't
legit. I
pull
don't
it
know.
out now.
It won't get out of the box.
Man.
Oh, I'm gonna crack the thing trying to get it out of here. Whoa, come on. This is gonna be like that ABBA record where it torques.
There we go.
Oh, that was not.
I hate this camera.
Yeah,
I can't get it to go straight.
Don't
Oh.
say that. It's listening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah,
Isn't that nice?
yeah.
Here, hold it the other way.
Because it doesn't look
I'm
like I'm
surprised
looking
you
in
got it
the
open.
Ah,
Ah.
look at that label. You don't know where that's been.
Yeah. Maybe
Ooh.
it's Chinese or
I
something.
think it's
Who knows?
from Artie's basement.
Maybe.
I think the printer's running out of yellow ink.
Yeah, it looks like it. It
Oh.
does.
She says 7T's the label through Cherry Red. Oh,
Okay, well, it is a legitimate CD then. Okay.
does it taste like Cherry Red?
But nobody has this one. So there you go.
No,
Oh, no, that's okay.
no.
Because that's a one of a kind.
You are special there. Ooh.
There's the disc label.
Oh, wow. Nice. We're going to start calling you
But the
Tim
inside,
S.
the inside label's nice though. I don't do disc labels.
Yeah.
They screw up in your player. But the inside
Hey,
label's
Tim.
nice.
Tim, we're going to start calling you like Robert P. And we're going to start calling you Tim P. You know.
Oh, I've been doing this kind of stuff I probably did this 10 years ago. I'm
Yeah,
doing this
I
stuff
know you
You
do.
could just
a
call
long,
him
long
Pete.
time.
What's yeah.
I don't know who hasn't made their own records.
Who has what?
Have
I
a
made
major
my own
record.
Badfinger CDs.
Aha.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Well, you can't find them anymore, so what the heck?
Well, I'll make my own.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's what it comes to. Like, I can't find them anywhere, or they're much too expensive to buy. I'll make my own.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, I should show you what else I got.
I've been just collecting bizarre songs off of YouTube lately and making. I'm up to 8 volumes on my latest.
I got
It's not
an
all from
interesting
YouTube,
thing
but
to
a
show
lot
you,
of it
Doc.
is. But
Ooh, Jimi Hendrix.
Now,
This is
tell us
new.
about
It's a concert from 1969, April, so it's before Woodstock. I haven't played it yet, so I don't know how it sounds, but there it is. And I got Beatle Brad's got to see this. I showed you guys this before. I think, maybe not.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
Oh.
Hey, ah,
Oh.
Look.
Take me to your leader.
Mhm.
ooh,
That's from Band of Gypsies.
Mhm.
never
I bet
heard of
it's
them.
red on both sides.
Ooh, ah.
Yeah. Yeah.
This side's upside down.
I was gonna say it's red on both sides, right?
Yeah.
As
Black
I
and
see on
white
my
and red
channel,
all
it's
over.
red on both sides. Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hello,
That's nice, Paul.
Lisa.
Yeah,
Hello,
it sounds pretty good too. It's good sound.
Hello, Lisa.
hello, Lisa. Hello. Yeah.
And see,
Oh,
I
it's
just
fun.
finished
Okay,
this
Almost
last
weekend.
night, and I've been printing things on colored paper. So this is on pink paper, so it's very pink. There
Bubble
you go.
gum.
Let the bad
I
times
was gonna
roll.
wait. Okay, here we
gum.
go. Here's something that's fun and rare.
Bubble gum.
Yes. Oh, very good. Very good. But here's the best part. This is what it's to. Is these.
Ooh.
Oh, Ringo.
Ringo bubble
All
gum.
Stars. Okay.
Yeah. It's the All-Star Band.
Well, that'll give you something to chew on.
The
He's
backs.
the greatest. Ooh.
I'll go through these quickly because I know, Tim, you're getting ready to show something. Sorry.
That's okay.
No problem.
But isn't that kind of cool? It came out with All-Star cards.
Yeah.
Oh,
Joe Walsh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
They're actually kind of
it's
rare.
their Beatlespro hat,
Those
so
well, I was gonna say those are that's probably the only pack that ever got sold.
Yeah, I was gonna say Beatlespro probably has them too.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
does.
Tim Keltner.
Jam
Yeah.
Keltner.
he says so.
Yeah. Couple more here, and I'll be done here.
There you
Another 15. Have we got another? Focus. There we go.
The most valuable player. Ooh.
Oh, Rick
Rick
Danko.
Danko, the
Yeah,
band. Yeah.
looks young there, didn't he?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Come on, focus.
He looked alive there too.
yeah, really. You take a good picture.
Nils Lofgren.
Mhm.
Well, you had a lot of guys playing with him, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Have you got the Burton Cummings card? The
maybe.
Randy Bachman card?
That's what I need.
Oh, there's Levon, yeah.
They were
Anyway.
a promo for the first All-Star vinyl. Ah.
Here we go.
Ooh.
Okay.
You can play poker with those.
Yeah.
Tim's turn.
Oh,
Let's Tim
Tim's
go.
turn.
I've shown these before. I just do them on colored paper, so this one's very pink.
Ooh.
They did it on pink paper, but I'm
I like
up
that
to
cover.
volume 8.
Yeah.
I'm up to volume 8, and it's mostly just stuff you'll never ever hear anywhere but like on YouTube. You know, whole
Mhm.
rockabilly 45s and novelty tunes, and you know that
That's
kind
not
of
your
stuff.
mom
Oh,
on the
neat.
cover, is it?
Yeah. Who is that?
I
on the
stole the cover. This was a real cover from Adam's
Oh.
magazine. It had a different title there,
Oh.
which I crossed out and changed it to Let the Bad Times Roll. But other than
Oh.
that, this was an actual cover.
Might be
for-
Really?
Mom.
Yeah,
That's frightening. Ooh.
yeah. I just changed
Got that
it.
in the red
slightly.
district.
Mhm.
See that? You don't need to see that, but see that
Oh.
photo or the paper. That's why it looks like that.
Hmm.
because I use pink paper.
Pinky and the Pussycats.
Then they don't all look the same.
Pretty much. Yeah. Mm.
Well, isn't that special?
I just got this in the mail. I've been collecting these off and on, and these are actually hard to get now,
Mm-hmm.
and they're really going up in price. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Are these the Lost Linen series?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this is one of the ones I just recently got just a couple days ago, so I was kind of happy. Been looking for that one for a while.
How many are there in that series?
About 35 on vinyl, and I'm up to 18 on vinyl.
Oh,
But I mean, these are like $160 now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember at the time, or a little after the time of the actual show, you could actually pick up the actual shows that they played on the radio. They were all 2 records.
I started
back.
collecting.
I used to want those.
I started collecting these, but man, these are getting expensive too.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Paul, you're collecting those as well, aren't you?
Well, yeah, but man, only when I can get a bargain.
I bought the first 4 or 5, and then I've gotten 1 or 2.
Yeah, what I got about
didn't
10
get any
here,
other
but
one.
they're getting too expensive.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
I was buying them when they came out, but the stores near me, I was living in Buffalo then, and they weren't carrying them anymore, and I couldn't get them. You know, I used to just be able to go to my local record store in the mall and pick them up, and then they weren't.
Well, they're
That's
getting
got
pretty
the first 4 or
expensive.
5. And I have Yellow Sub. I might have one other
Yeah.
one. I don't.
Yeah, I've got that one. The thing that kills me about the Yellow Sub one is that it was out in '66, right? But that's definitely not a photo from '66.
No.
Oh no, that's
No.
68.
63.
Yeah.
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 That's definitely from the movie, but you know.
Yeah.
Wonder why they did that. I mean, it's kind of too bad they didn't kind of match up the years with the pictures. You know, it's,
Well, they did on all the other ones. They just didn't with that
Yeah.
one.
yeah,
The movie,
yeah.
I guess.
You know,
Mhm.
like there's the All You Need Is Love, which is period, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Ballad of John and Yoko, that's period. But yeah,
I always liked the picture of that one. I thought that was a
Yeah.
neat cover.
No, the read.
well, that whole thing at was it Twickenham?
Yep, John's place.
Tittenhurst.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't hurt.
Yeah, John's.
That whole photo session, they got some really great shots in there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think George smiled through the whole thing though.
No.
Hmm.
Grumpy
He's ready.
George.
Grumpy
He's ready.
George. How many of you have this one?
Oh wow!
Yeah.
They got their Sunday going to church best on there.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, looking good. Oh, Paul's up again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just put these back.
What do I got?
That's the kind of record that got me canned off another channel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Doc and I hold the mutual distinction of being fired by Larry.
Oh wow! Congratulations.
We both got fired.
I take it in pride, really.
Why, hey,
Yeah.
it is what it is, right? My life is so much worse because of it.
I know. It's like, we were the only 2 that got fired from Canadian Stud Muffin Camp.
Yeah, it's a club.
You've lost sleep.
We can start a lodge.
Mm-hmm.
You've
Oh,
lost.
A loser's lodge.
Oh, whatever.
Ah.
Life goes on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
Who made
Benny.
pants? Who
Is that a
made
real
those
group?
pants?
I think
The
those guys
Benino?
are on Benny's.
Oh, Benny. Okay.
Where'd Tim go?
Tim
I'm looking
walked
for
away.
something.
Mm,
I'm looking to find it. No, I don't think.
looking for something.
I also, since we're killing time, I also got this one. I just recently got this.
That's a nice
Who's
one.
that?
I wanted to ask Paul about if she knows about something, but I can't find it.
Uh-oh.
It
And
was
then
a whole
the-
series. I only have one, so I'm looking for 145.
It's a black vinyl.
I'm not finding it.
I got some old original Beatle 45s, Canadian pressings with my sister's name written on them in nail polish.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
All you need is nail polish remover. Simple.
Yeah.
Original pressings, and they just got her name on nail polish.
Oh, that's so nice!
Mm.
Wow.
I gave her heck
Little
for it.
that'll take care of that.
Yeah, that'll teach you to try and take them.
Nobody
Why
likes
nail polish?
They're mine.
Yeah.
I could probably chip it off, but I don't want to wreck the label.
Brenda,
Yeah.
get back here. You got my records. No, I don't. Yes, you do. It's got my name on it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's got my nail polish all over it.
Yeah, it's all over it. In the 60s.
Cherry red, just like the record company.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What is Tim Allen working on?
Well, he's looking for something, he said.
Looking for
Looking
something.
for something. Must be
I'm
special.
looking for something.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm listening.
Okay.
You know, you
Tim
can't.
is pulling together something excitingly to show us.
No, it's not exciting, but I
Mm.
want to ask a Canadian who knows Beatles stuff about this
Oh,
series.
That would be him.
But I
Okay.
need to show. I need to show it, and
Not
I
much
can't.
on my 45s, but I can make a guess.
Hmm.
Time to
It's
stump the
only-
panel.
It's the only one I've got, but I know it's a series, but I only have one, so
Oh.
I have to find it.
Look for it. What is
There it
it?
is.
What is it?
There it
Please,
is.
please hold all your
looks
calls
like
until
I
the Canadian
found it.
45.
Looks like a
It
Target version.
exists.
Yeah, what is that? My Jane's Addiction?
What, Paul? What do you know about this series that came out in Canada? I'm assuming sometime in the 70s.
So yeah, that would have been mid 70s. Has it got the orange label? What's
Yes.
the label look like?
76, actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
the
looking
Canadian
at
singles. Okay.
So this is like the equivalent of when the British did it. You know, it's like that kind of thing. Those
Mhm.
green
that
sleeve
would
British
be
ones.
probably vintage, anywhere 74 to 76,
Yeah.
somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only seen two of these ever in my life, and I
Yeah,
only
I've
ever
got a
went
couple
five.
You
of
have
them.
one of them. Hmm.
I think I got
Yeah,
a
I've
Help
only-
with I'm Down on it.
Help was the other one I've seen. Ironically, Ticket to Ride and Help are the two.
Yeah. But that's mid 70s. That's the mid 70s.
Yeah,
cover.
I mean, I guess that. I'm guessing it was like, you know, America, we weren't doing pictures at the time. I mean, America,
Well, it's hard
we
to
were
call
doing,
that a picture sleeve. It's just
Yeah.
kind of because they all had the same thing on.
we were doing this by that point.
Mhm.
America, so
Yeah.
like that.
Starline. Yeah, well, that was the discount line. We had
Yeah.
something like that in Canada, which was, remember in Canada we had the orange and yellow swirl
Sure.
for our 45s.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the discount line was actually two-tone green swirl.
Oh, wow.
I can't remember when they came out though, but they did that for a while here in Canada. It was like their discount series.
Yeah, I think one or two of those actually came out in the 60s in America. There was a budget. They tried a couple budget 45s.
Could be.
It was only like Kansas City Boys, I think, got released as a 45 in 65 or 66. And it had
Mhm.
like the two-tone green, I think, label. And it was weird. And they only did
Yeah.
maybe two 45s like that. It's rare.
Yeah.
I've never seen
Yeah,
one.
they-
I've only
they
seen
did those
Picture
in Canada
sleeve
as
looked
well.
familiar. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if they were that
Boys,
early in
It should be
Canada, though.
budget one anyway.
I don't remember seeing those before the 70s.
I saw the one.
Yeah.
in Canada. But
Mhm.
Yeah, but they only did two, and again, it was two songs. The one I know for sure was Kansas City Back with Boys.
Yeah.
Neither song had ever been a 45 before in America, and they released that as a budget 45. I don't know.
What?
What's this? I was reading part. What?
This can't be for sure. What?
What's this about?
They need to make their money.
Yeah.
We'll see about this. What? But anyway, Mr. Beatlespro says, Tim, there were 6 of those.
What, the
Mhm.
Canadian ones? Are you talking about the Canadian ones? It was 6?
Yeah.
I thought there'd be more than that. But
We need
Yeah,
that
I,
guy to take
I just
square.
I only know the albums. I never collected
Yeah.
45s, so I didn't pay them much attention. I know a few of the 45s. Like there's the white album, the white
Mhm.
label Penny Lane promo, which is the guy offered to sell one to me once for $1,500, and I thought I'm not paying that for 2 songs.
Yeah.
Because it's a very rare. It was a promo sent to radio.
well, the
stations.
Green Star Line, there was 6. I only know of, but the only one I ever paid attention to was, like I said, Kansas City Boys, because it's a
Yeah.
unique single. You know,
Yeah.
there's the only time that ever came out.
Well, we
Mhm.
had a bunch of singles in Canada that were never issued anywhere else too. I mean, we
Yeah, I've got a couple
bought
of
them
them.
1 week out there for a while.
Yeah.
All My Loving, This Boy was one.
Yeah,
And
Let the dogs out.
they
Rover
had they were
Beethoven,
putting so
Please
many
Mr.
out.
Postman was one. I have both
Yeah.
They
of
put
those.
so many out in Canada that they had the B side. They actually started repeating some of the songs.
Yeah, there was a Beatles book
Uh,
called
That was it.
there's a
get their
Beatles
money,
book
you know.
called The Beatles Forever that had pictures of all those. The guy wrote in the late 70s.
Yeah,
That picture Jeff somebody. I don't remember what his last name was.
Is that your dogs, Paul?
sounds like it.
I'm looking
Yeah, I
for
think
something
I
else.
remember you having the
They're
dogs
having
like
a
that.
little
Yeah.
play down there. The two.
Not me. I have cats now.
I got both. I got 2 massive dogs.
Yeah. I got cats and my son got lots of cats.
Humans are outnumbered in our house.
Yeah.
They're having a great time down there doing something.
Like they're
Sounds like it.
having fun.
They cornered your wife for more dinner.
I want some more meat now.
Speaking of dinner, I'm gonna have to leave and go get my din-dins.
Yeah, it's like
I really just wanted to show you my puzzle.
Mhm. It's interesting. Yeah.
Now your puzzle's terrific.
Hmm. Good.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna get it framed and then I'm gonna start looking for the songs.
Mhm.
Wow, yeah.
it's no fair using a cheat sheet there.
Very good.
You'll be
Well, no,
cross-eyed.
I'll check them. I'll look at it and I'll check them off when I find them.
You'll be cross-eyed in the midst of it all.
That's a puzzling. That's puzzling.
Because they're
Yeah.
all they're listed alphabetically here, I think.
Paul will be going to pieces over his
no, they're
puzzle.
not either. They're not listed alphabetical. What's up with that? How am I supposed to? No, never mind.
How are you supposed to cheat when it's not done right?
Well, I thought I could look at it and find one and then go to here and check it off. But apparently, no, because it'd take me ever to find it on here. Anyway,
Stupid Google.
I think it's one of those retirement projects.
Yeah. Yeah.
Paul, you've got, instead of Where's Waldo, you're going to be Where's the Beatles songs, right?
Where's
There
While
you
My
go.
Guitar Gently Weeps? Where is it?
Horrible condition.
Yeah.
Really horrible condition. But here's a Canadian 45.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Horrible
Oh, roll over
condition.
Beethoven. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it's the only one I've ever seen. I bought it. I mean, I didn't pay
Yeah.
much for it. I bought it probably
Yeah.
40 years ago.
And you tell it's Canadian because in the perimeter font it says "Made in Canada" or something.
Yeah.
I can tell it's Canadian because it's Rover Beethoven and Please Mr. Postman.
Mhm.
And they spelled
Yeah.
out the Mr. like they do, like they did in England. In America, it was
Yeah,
abbreviated.
yeah,
It's
MR.
more. Yeah.
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 So yeah.
Yeah.
And I have all my
Because
loving
never-
around somewhere
That's a
It
too.
was never released in the States, I don't think. We had a whole bunch that were released here that were never released anywhere else. They were
Yeah.
That's neat.
popping them out like popcorn.
Capital Canada jumping on the train.
There it is.
Oh, they were like yeah.
Pictures. I made a picture sleeve for it
Oh.
because
Okay.
I was bored one day. But
The
Well,
one of the rarest Canadian ones I know is "Love Me Do," and they only sold like 64 copies of it,
yeah.
the 1st
Mhm.
pressing. And then when they got famous, they reissued it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, All My Lovin', yeah. But
I found this
apparently,
at the thrift store. In fact, I think the first time I ever went to the thrift store I go to now, this was sitting there and I bought it. I think it's the
Yeah.
first
I
thing I
see it.
ever bought at the thrift store I go to all the time.
I see it's got your name on that label written in nail polish.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm unloving.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Tim does his toenails.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Anyway, you guys, I gotta go. So you guys take care. Stay healthy.
Yeah.
Stay out
Good
of
to see you,
trouble.
Paul.
If
Nice
you can't
seeing
stay
you,
out of
Paul.
trouble, find someone to
Stay
blame.
cool. Stay cool.
Good. See you later.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
School's out for
Yeah.
summer.
It is.
Tell your wife I said hi.
Yes.
Hi.
And then there were 4.
Then there were 4.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
But there aren't too many people watching right now, so look up another 20 minutes or so, and
Okay.
we'll tell everybody have a cool weekend and come back on
Enjoy
Sunday.
the weekend. Come back on Sunday.
Yeah, sure.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Collectors
We have fun
calls got
all
twice.
week, don't we? Yes. Yeah.
Here's one that might interest Brad. Brad probably has it because he has everything. But do you have this EP, Brad?
Ooh.
I do. Yeah, that's
Oh,
that's
the
I
request.
figured you did. It's Australian. This is
Yeah.
Australian.
Yeah.
Australian, yeah. I had the first Canadian one you showed. I didn't have the second one though.
Oh, you don't have All My Loving? That one's in decent shape. The first one I showed is not in decent shape.
The
It
one
plays,
with the picture
but it doesn't
sleeve.
play well.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's neat. That's a great sleeve. I think that's sharp looking, you know.
Yeah. I don't have too many, got a couple like reissue EPs, from other countries that I bought in England when I was there. You could walk into, in the 90s, you could still walk into HMV or wherever and go to the Beatle 45 section, which they still had in the 90s.
Wow.
And, buy reissue EPs on Parlophone and stuff. So I bought a few of those. I don't have
Really?
many. Yeah. In the 90s, you could still do that. I mean, they didn't have picture sleeves. They just came in white sleeves, but still,
Yeah, still.
for a couple pounds, you're buying a Beatle EP new.
That's
That's
neat.
How many quid
Wow.
is that?
What did Paul? I know Paul could just comment. What did he say, Doc?
Oh, he said he might come back if once we sign off. Be warned. Ooh.
Beware. That's when we go crazy.
Beware. Who is the stranger?
Yeah, in fact, the first time I went to London, believe it or not, from an HMV, I picked this up. That's where I got my copy of the Magical Mystery Tour EP new in an HMV.
Yeah, I got one too.
Wow, that's amazing. Because when I was in HMV,
this was
horrible.
probably £3 or something like that.
Mhm.
That's amazing.
It wasn't expensive, and so it has to be the last issue. The last time it was ever pressed. It has to.
Mm-hmm.
Still,
So
that's
this would have
really
been 96 or 97. I bought this.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, new in an HMV, and I bought I think 2 Hard Day's Night EPs and maybe the Yesterday EP, something like that.
Wow.
New.
When I was in the one in London, it was absolutely horrible. They really had nothing because it was basically gone to CDs then, and the vinyl selection was terrible.
They had two. They did too, but they still had a vinyl selection, and they had some 45s, and they carried new 45s. I bought a bunch of like current hits at the time. Like I'll tell you exactly when I went. One of Radiation Vibe by the Fountains of Wayne. I bought that 45. that dates.
I know. I'm going to show it in a minute.
Pretty,
I was going to see if any of you guys have one of these.
Yeah, got that one.
This one from Italy.
No, I don't.
Yeah, good job, Jeff, on having that one. Yeah, I've got that.
I bought this one back about 82. I had a whole bunch of Beatles memorabilia, and when you're broke, you have to sell stuff. I'm sorry, but this one was kind of special, and I've had it all these years, and I've never played it, and it is supposed to be a genuine. Was this from the 60s, or was it a reissue, or would you know?
Early 70s. I think it's like a
Early
75,
70s?
What
74.
song is it? Is it? What song is it?
Sgt. Pepper and Day in the Life.
Yeah.
Okay, my guess is 77 or 78.
Yeah, it
And I'll
comes
tell you
on
why, because
the.
they were celebrating the 20th anniversary of Sgt. Pepper. In a lot of countries, including America, they put out Sgt. Pepper as a single.
Yeah, here's
So
the
that's my
label.
guess is 77 or 78.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yours is in great shape. That's good.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I have the American version of that.
Yeah.
Don't know where it is. I saw it.
I'm going to add a special guest, but I want to make sure the special guest knows that his YouTube has to be shut off before he comes on.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Guest, do you have your YouTube shut off first? Make sure you do that first. Keep the StreamYard tab up. Cancel out the YouTube.
Yeah.
So let me know when you've canceled out YouTube.
Yes.
Like wave or something. Can you hear me, special guest? I have a funny feeling he can't hear me. He's not
Well,
doing
if he
anything.
cancels out YouTube, he can't hear you anymore.
And now, shut off. Shut
Hung up
off.
anyway. Hi.
Hello.
I hear you.
How you doing?
It's off.
There we go.
Good.
Attaboy. Yeah. Well, look at that room. Isn't that the most amazing?
Ooh, that's a good
No,
room.
this
Yeah.
is the other room.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
The
got two
main
rooms.
room. I have 2 rooms now.
2 rooms now. Holy cow! Wow.
This just
Nice.
happens to be the room where my computer's at.
Okay.
Wow. Yes, 2 rooms of Beatles goodness.
Good to see you. How you doing?
Hanging in there as best as I can.
That's good. Yeah.
Terrific. See, I get all the good guests, don't I? Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, this is the first time I've joined anybody's chat, so
Yeah.
I'm hoping for a fight between these two.
Oh yeah. Sometimes
Hey, my room's better than yours. No, it's not. No. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
I
I'm
can't
Oh,
find
no.
still trying to figure out how to use all these things. So
Guess which brand of cereal that Fittobe Tiedyed's eating?
What's that weird cereal that you were eating the other day? They look like pancakes. Pancakes.
Oh, that's an American thing. I don't think he
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think he have that.
Mhm.
But anyway, I think Mr. Beatlespro is going to show us some.
Great.
I can't find my
Yeah.
look before I give
Some
up.
rarities too.
Yeah.
well, Tim said there were 2 green Starline 45s.
Mm-hmm.
I have to find them.
Well, I don't know how many there were. I know of 2, but
Yeah. Oh no, Weetabix. Yeah, looks like a.
Where's cereal on earth? I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
And before he gets started, Doc, I looked on eBay and there are Tucky Yuck Tuck T-shirts.
Oh, good night. Oh, wow. Well, I'm gonna
what's
have
the temperature in Chucky Up Chuck tonight?
Oh wow.
You can buy a shirt from Tucky Yuck Tuck. It shows we're proud Tucky Yuck Tuck person.
I have to, oh,
Oh man.
oh, nice. Beetle Brad liked my comment.
Yeah. Yeah, Bill. Mhm.
Okay.
Well, good luck with that, Rob.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. The temperature right now,
Yeah.
Duck is what, Jeff Kendall?
Oh, 62.
62. Tim Allen,
55.
55. Beetle Brad, what's the temperature in Tuck right now?
81.
81. Mr. Beatlespro, what is the temperature in Tuck up on the Arctic Circle on the shores of the Great?
And it's summertime there. So, yeah.
What's the temperature right now?
Oh, 60.
50
Wow.
something? The answer is, come on,
It's white.
70.
70. Whoa, it's a heat wave. Yeah,
70 up there in
melting that
Wow.
ice. Tuck ice is melted.
I couldn't see what it was. What was the temperature?
70.
70.
Yeah,
Okay,
in
the glare was
Tuck,
too much. Yeah.
Wow.
up there in
It's
Tuck.
hot up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to
So-
Google Tuck t-shirts, and they're
Yes.
available in several areas. So if you want to get you a Tuck, I'm thinking about it.
Made in China, I'm sure. So,
I don't know.
so
No,
Mr.
they make-
Beatlespro, you got some green
Yeah.
label Beatles.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Tim, you brought these up earlier.
Yeah, here
Yeah.
we go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look at
Yes.
that.
Twist and
Wow.
shout.
Mhm.
I've never
There you
seen one.
go.
Please please me.
Woohoo.
Do you want to know a secret?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
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 Do. Yeah.
Wow.
Love Me Do.
Mhm.
Wow.
Boys, Kansas City.
Mhm.
Wow.
Ah.
That's the
And
one.
Roll
That's-
Over Beethoven, Misery.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
There
So
you
there's
go.
okay.
Those are
There's
six
there's
Green
two
Star
then
Line.
that didn't exist in his singles before. Wow.
There you
Never knew
go.
that.
Well, a lot
Nice.
of them were VJ singles. You know,
Yeah, but
they
Misery
did
was never on a
B-side.
45. Misery and what was the other side?
Roll Over Beethoven was Misery.
Yeah. Yeah, they weren't ever singles in America before. Robert Beethoven was
No.
only a Canadian single.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But all 6 cities came out at the same time in the 60s.
Yeah, I know they can't. I used to have somewhere. I still have it, but the original Beatle price guide book, and that's the only reason I know about those at all, is they were listed in that book. But I'd forgotten. It's been so long how many there were and all of that.
Wow. So who says this is not education?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
They need a new price guide book. That'd be kind of nice.
Mhm.
I heard that he's working on one, but he wanted to get his Beach Boys one done first, and that's been out and for sale for a while.
Who's this?
Whether Perry Cox.
Oh, okay. Yeah, very
Now,
Cox.
whether
Yeah.
he's going to or not, who knows?
Could be 8 years probably before he gets
Yeah,
to
my-
it.
Well, I mean,
My
the last
son's
one was
guy-
2007.
Somewhere
Yeah.
where I can't get to it, so
So,
I haven't seen it in a long time.
The green swirl was refreshing like Aqua Fresh toothpaste.
Yes.
So I hope it came with like a little hint of Listerine or
It was minty fresh.
something.
Minty,
Minty fresh, yes. And
Yeah.
it sounded minty too.
like the Banaka Blast. Yes.
Yeah, kind of. You know, like,
Hmm.
yeah, sounds good to me.
So. Mhm.
Whatever. So,
You
oh,
could-
it was only 33 in the Fraser Valley today. Holy cow, that's cold.
Wow.
yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Ooh, jeez.
Well, it was 100 here today. That's enough.
Wow.
Buyers beware. The new McCartney book at Costco is $45.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow. So
That's
don't
what I just
spend that $99.99 that they're asking for. Go to Costco. Get it for
Wow.
$45.
I just showed it on my channel.
Yes, he did. Yes. Go to Mr. Brad's channel and see him talk about this lovely book.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He got his for free.
Because Tim watched it too. Thanks for watching, Tim.
Yeah, I watched it. I didn't.
Appreciate
What do
it.
you say when people show stuff like that? I never know what to say. Just
I
you know,
don't know what to
nice
say when I was showing it.
Yeah.
you know, what do you say? You know,
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
wanna
I
show
seriously,
you
I don't know
watch
what
the
to
video.
say when I'm showing it because it's kind of like, well, you know, here's a photograph. It's like, okay, you know, what do you say about it? You know, that's the thing I was struggling through it.
It's pictures.
Pictures.
All I got is a photograph.
Yeah.
My God, it's a
bum bum.
Bum.
I'm almost gonna do that as a pun at the end of my video, but then I thought, nah, everybody'd be like, it's Ringo, and you're talking about Paul. Come on.
I know McCartney's appearing at Costco. They get all the big artists.
Yes.
Just like Dolly Parton. Yes.
Wow, Costco.
That's a big artist. Mhm.
Biggest artists. Yes.
I heard there's a paperback version that just came out. I mean, I got the hardback
No,
edition.
that's for the lyrics book.
Yeah.
Is it?
The lyrics book is coming out in paperback.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah, they usually don't put picture books out in paperback.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. That's somebody said that on my channel. I was like, that's pretty quick, you know. But are any of you going to Beatle Fest in New York?
Next year.
Yeah. Everybody's troll. You guys are quiet.
Come on, Tim. Come on, Tim.
Yeah, come on, Tim.
We missed you last year. Come on, Tim.
I'm not saying nothing.
Yeah, I didn't know if you're going to go or not.
Oh, Brad, you're conking out?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh. 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 Low attendance.
Go?
Now we've got, what, 2 people watching? 2 viewers?
Mhm.
Yeah. Does anybody have the Horzoo of Magical Mystery Tour? Wish I kept mine.
No.
I tell you what I am looking for is I had on VHS, and for some reason it got pitched, but I'm looking for the black and white version of Magical Mystery Tour, which I did have on VHS, but it's really hard to find anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And I just can't find it. It's, you know,
Just
kind of
turn
the way
the
it
color
was
off.
shown in England, being black and white.
Oh wait, the Horzoo. Oh yeah, I've got that one. Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
there it is. Yeah.
Oh, there's
The
Melvin.
thing
Okay.
about the Horzoo Magical Mystery Tour is any German one pressed like from 70, is it 1 or 3? I can't remember afterwards, whether it's on Horzoo or not, it's still going to sound the same. You can get an Apple one and it's going to sound the same and be just as good as the Horzoo one.
Yeah. Yeah, granted, the German one's nice, but yeah, I mean they're all gonna basically because they're all pressed
It
from the
sounds
same.
great. That's why you want it, because it sounds great, and it does.
Yeah.
But you can get an Apple one too, and it'll sound just as good.
One last shot of the Beatles performing Magical Mystery Tour. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
and of course, our favorite singer is singing along with that one too.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah, you could superimpose that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it sounds great, but like I said, the Apple that got pressed after that, they use the same plates and everything, so it's the same pressing. So that's great too. But I've heard the German pressings before that sound atrocious. I've heard they're among the worst sounding Magical Mystery Tours. Is like an original German pressing you don't want.
Yeah.
Don't buy that one. You've heard it here first, folks. Don't buy it if you see it.
That's
You'll
right.
be sorry if you do.
So, Mr. Beatlespro, do you have any show and tell for us tonight?
In the other room, I'm actually in the process of rearranging this room for like the 3rd time since I've done it.
Oh gosh.
And what I'm trying to do is get all my stuff, memorabilia wise, in one room and all the music in the other room.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm working on. What you can't see is in front of me is like all my box sets are up in front of me, and actually down below my feet, I'm actually using my album rack as a computer desk.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Because it works out as the perfect height and I can save space.
Has Lisa Welch been at your door yet?
No. Did you watch the one Sunday? Did you see who the
Is that
expert
the Rolling Stones one?
Yeah. Did you see?
Yeah.
You know the expert?
No, not really. No.
He's a dealer at all the Beatle fests. He owns Very English and Rolling Stone,
Oh.
and he always has a table at the fest.
Oh, I missed that one. Darn.
Yeah,
Because I would have recognized him, I'm sure.
Oh, as soon as he came on, I knew who he was.
So that's that guy. Yeah.
That guy.
That's the guy.
That girl's that guy.
They
Yeah.
did a Beatles show once before.
Hmm.
Yeah, they did somebody's Beatles collection once before on that show.
Yeah, it was Donald Hollinger is the guy.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Oh,
I'll bet neither of you
No.
guys 3,000.
I have that puzzle, but I'm
Oh,
not
man,
putting it
man.
together.
Hmm.
Ooh.
I
Well,
have it. I'm not putting it together.
like I said, I've told the story before many times, but before COVID hit, collector's call was coming out to our house for Beatles, but I haven't heard back from them. I've sent off another letter, and I haven't heard back. So
He
maybe
was
they've got
banging
their
on your door.
whole
Yeah.
season filled up
Mr. Brad.
for all of that.
Please show us your
That could have been
collection.
on there. Well, you'd have to wear your
Yeah.
Beatle Brad shirt.
Yeah.
You can watch
Yeah,
me on
really.
YouTube.
There you go. That'd be good.
Yeah, you can watch me on YouTube if you don't have an ad blocker.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. But yeah,
Hey, guess what? It's been,
I didn't know if Mr.
go ahead, Brad.
Mr. Beatle Pro knew that.
Yeah, he wouldn't do that. No way. So anyway, hey, we've been on here for 2 hours, and you know what that means?
I know what it means.
Hmm.